Assalamu alaikum, dear students. In this lecture, we will be summarizing the main concepts, and in fact, we will be summarizing chapters first and second. You know that in the first chapter of your textbook, there is the concept of sets. So after completing the concept of sets, we have then gone to the concept of relations and functions. If you see, both these concepts are, they have the same base. Sets, you know, it's well-defined collection of objects. After that, we gave the representation of sets, and we define different types of sets. In that, we defined empty set, finite set, equal sets, and then after we defined the subsets, power set, universal set, Venn diagram. A Venn diagram, that is the pictorial representation of the sets, and then after we go through the operation on sets. Operation on sets you have gone through, and in operations we defined union of sets, intersection of sets, complement of sets, difference of sets, and there are other operations, say symmetric difference, and one important operation, and that is called Cartesian product of sets. So while defining these different operations, uh, chapter number second is based on one of these operations. That operation is Cartesian product of sets. Okay, so this Cartesian product of sets is a very important concept, and on the basis of this concept, we have the concept of functions and relations. So if you define the Cartesian product of sets, the Cartesian product of sets is once again a set. So this set will also be having its own subsets, and all those subsets are called relations. Okay, the subsets of a Cartesian product, they are called relations. Okay, so in those relations, if we will define a specific rule where every domain element is mapped to a unique codomain element, then such a type of relation is called as function. So after that, the definition of relations and functions, we have gone through the concepts of the domain and range and codomain, how to evaluate the functions, how to find the domain and range of different relations and functions. And we have, in fact, gone through the concept that how can we judge a relation is a function. For that, there is the simple rule that is derived from the definition of the functions, that is every element of the domain should have a unique image in codomain. Okay, so those all those relations are called functions. So this way, these two chapters are connected, and rest all the chapters, they are based on these functions, concept of functions. So from class 11th onwards, every chapter is almost based on the concept of functions. So my advice to you is that uh, in order to go for the further chapters, you first of all have a mastery over these two chapters, that is sets and relations and functions. So these two chapters are very important for your forthcoming chapters. I hope that you have understood these. If you have any queries regarding any concept of these two chapters, you may ask in the comment section. Thank you for joining the class. Thank you once